I was on the lift, overheard a ski patrol on the radio talking about people buried in an avalanche.
2 people are dead and 5 more rescued after an avalanche on Silver Mountain. This morning, we are live where crews wrapped up search and rescue overnight.
The calm before the storm, we get a couple days of drier weather before a harsh winter storm comes on Friday.
Iran fires back. More than 12 missiles were launched at 2 bases in Iraq housing U.S. troops. This morning, the president is expected to make a statement.
An email sent to a Spokane vet warns of a contagious disease spreading to dogs in our area that can affect humans too. This morning, we verify the claims. Entrepreneurs from Coeur d'Alene are at the biggest tech show of the year in Vegas.
When you go to your car, you can actually use that tail light to say, "Hey there," or flash the logo.
They're showing off new tech you'll likely see this year, including what they call the best TV feature at CES.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Evan Narani, and Dina Marie McNichol.
5 a.m. now on our Wednesday morning. The Seahawks beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday, but advancing to the divisional round playoffs is not what everyone's talking about right now.
Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson is receiving praise for good sportsmanship. A video of Wilson asking Eagles head coach about quarterback Carson Wentz, who took a hit that knocked him out of the game, has gone viral. The video has received more than 3 million views since it was posted.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, just making sure his fellow teammate, or not teammate, but I guess opponent in that sense.
But NFL player.
Okay, yeah.
All right, 5:01 now. Welcome to Up with KREM. Great to have you with us here on our Wednesday morning. Let's get things started by taking a look outside, Evan.
Yeah, so today and tomorrow, kind of the calm before the storm. We've got Friday expected to bring several inches of snow. Right now, estimates for Spokane are at 8 inches for the day.
Oh my goodness, 8 inches?
8 inches for Friday, that's right. So don't say I didn't warn you. Today outside, we're seeing some wet roads, the occasional valley rain shower and mountain snow shower. As far as watches and warnings go this morning, we do still have that avalanche watch, or avalanche warning, I should say, that is in effect across North Idaho into western Montana. Of course, this coming after several avalanches came across Silver Mountain yesterday, down toward the central and southern panhandle, moving off toward western Montana as well. We do still have winter weather advisories in effect, along with the northern portion of the Cascade Mountain Range, just between about I-90 and the international border. On satellite radar, we're not picking up on all that much, and today is actually supposed to be a pretty dry day in general. You can see the hour-by-hour forecast should bring us to 42 degrees. It'll be our final day in the 40s before temperatures start to steadily cool down. And yeah, you heard me right just a little bit earlier on. We've got, when I say several inches, I mean several inches. 8 inches is in the forecast right now on the day of Friday into Friday night for the Spokane area. We'll talk about the potential for 10 and 11 inches around North Idaho coming up in just a bit, Jen.
All right, Evan, thank you. 5:03 now. This morning, a second person is dead following an avalanche on Silver Mountain. 5 people survived. In total, crews pulled 7 people from the avalanche in North Idaho. Nicole Hernandez is live in Kellogg this morning, where rescue efforts wrapped up overnight. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So last night around 8 p.m., crews did stop their search for the people that were caught in that avalanche yesterday. Now, that avalanche started around 11 a.m. is when those reports came in, and Ski Patrol immediately responded to those responses, and they immediately started searching for people. Again, those 7 total people were found in combination with Ski Patrol and Coeur d'Alene Fire Department. They had rescue dogs, avalanche dogs out looking for these people. Like you said, unfortunately, 2 of those people have died, but those crews have stopped searching at this point. They think everyone is accounted for. And all of this happened after the Idaho Panhandle Avalanche Center had warned of avalanche danger in this area. It was a combination of winds and fresh snow that caused backcountry areas in this region to have those avalanche warnings, and obviously an avalanche happened because of that. At this point, we don't know if Silver Mountain is going to be open today. We also don't know whether that avalanche happened inbounds or out of bounds of their ski areas. But yesterday they had the gondola continuing to run throughout the day. This morning we don't know if that will happen. But we were able to talk, a crew yesterday was able to talk to a few skiers who were out during this avalanche. They said when they saw the avalanche, they went to go help rescuers immediately. And as they were helping try to search for people, they saw a total of 3 skiers be rescued by Ski Patrol. 2 of them, they say, were alive and well. 1 was blue in the face and got chest compressions from those rescuers. So at this point, again, just to recap, we have 7 total people found from this avalanche. 2 have died, but rescue efforts are done now as of last night. I'll send things back to you, Jen.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much here at 5:05. Now, if you're not familiar with what the mountain looks like here, the avalanche happened on Wardner Peak. That's just behind Evan here. You can see on the right side of your screen. Now, that's the mountaintop that you can see here on this map. It's designed and designated for a ski area with black diamond and double black diamond runs.
So the resort's website lists that trail as closed right now. However, we don't know whether it was closed at the time that this avalanche occurred or whether or not it was closed after the avalanche.
And I think a question too, people are wondering too if it was inbounds, if it was out of bounds. There's still questions that we're working to answer for you this morning. Of course, this is still a developing story and we will be tracking it throughout the day. For updates, you can be sure to check KREM.com and the KREM 2 mobile app. We'll also be checking with Nicole later on this morning as well as the sun comes up. Hopefully get some new information from Silver Mountain.
Right, we're hoping for the best there.
5:06 now. Well, this morning, President Trump is expected to address the nation. This is after Iran fired more than 12 missiles yesterday at 2 military bases housing U.S. forces in Iraq. The military has not released any information on casualties or injuries. U.S. leaders say this is in retaliation for a U.S. airstrike last week responsible for killing Iran's top military general.
If Iran does anything that they shouldn't be doing, they're going to be suffering the consequences.
Following the attacks, the president tweeted, quote, "All is well," end quote. Pentagon leaders are still working out initial damage assessments. Several lawmakers, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, called for prayer and unity following the missile strike. Amtrak officials say a landslide is blocking the tracks near Tacoma. Right now, service is suspended between Portland and Seattle. Instead, Amtrak is busing passengers between the 2 cities. Leaders say heavy rain on the west side this week has increased the risk for landslides. Leaders now hope to restore service by tomorrow. There is a $20,000 reward on the table for information about the disappearance of 2 Idaho children. Authorities say 7-year-old Joshua Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan were last seen in September in Rexburg. Investigators believe the children's mother may know what happened to them, but she has refused to cooperate with law enforcement. They say she left town with her new husband, Chad Daybell.
We want only the best for them. That's it. It's that simple. Please give them back to us.
You heard there from the children's grandparents. Authorities say Daybell's previous wife, Tammy, was found dead 2 months ago in October. Police first believed her death was from natural causes, but now they are calling her death suspicious. Teammates are mourning the loss this morning of a freshman football player at Eastern Washington University. School leaders say lineman George Becker died during the winter break. He was 18 years old. EWU head football coach released a statement saying Becker was loved by his teammates. That statement reads in part, "We are extremely saddened by the loss of a great person, family member, teammate, and friend." The Spokane Public Library is erasing late fees for more than 13,000 customers. The decision to remove late fees actually came last year, but it's just now going into effect. It will restore checkout privileges to more than 200 customers, 23 of which are children. Leaders say more than 6,000 customers, though, still have fees for lost or damaged books. Well, that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Well, trending this week, the most updated technology in the world is being debuted right now in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show. A team of engineers out of Coeur d'Alene are there now showing off their latest inventions, one that could change the automotive industry. Well, the company Rohini creates a thinner, brighter, and more energy efficient LED technology. So they partner with other companies to make really cool cutting-edge products. I FaceTime CEO Matt Gerber to show us their products, gaining a lot of attention at CES.
Our Magna joint venture, which focuses on automotive, they can build a taillight for your car that's thinner, that's more power efficient, but because we use a lot of these little LEDs, we can also automate it. You'll see in the videos, when you go to your car, we actually use that taillight to say, hey there, or flash the logo, or do whatever cool thing you want it to do, because it could be programmed.
Do you think that's something that consumers or car companies will be implementing in the next maybe 5 or 6 years? How soon will we be able to see your technology?
You're going to see this stuff in the next year to 2 years. When you talk to the big car companies, they want a different experience when you walk up to your car. They want your car to basically welcome you and greet you. It's called the welcome experience. So the best way to do that is with light, right? It can flash your name, it can say hi to you, and do all kinds of fun stuff. Yes.
You have an 8K television. For all those that might have bought a 4K for Christmas, or might have just invested in some of that technology, what does 8K mean for the future of television and consumers?
It just keeps advancing. You gotta kind of acknowledge whatever you buy today is gonna be obsolete tomorrow. 8K gives you high resolution, better definition, and what we're showing here today, we've got a 75-inch 8K TV that's got 100,000 LEDs pushing light through the LCD. It's a lot brighter, and the picture looks a lot crisper.
So when you start seeing messages on taillights on cars, know it came from brilliant minds working hard in Coeur d'Alene. You can experience their technology in keyboards, electronics, notebooks, and TVs bought in stores like Best Buy all over the country. All right, everybody, get out your phones. It's time for our question of the day. It's a natural instinct wanting to keep your kids safe. For years, there have been apps allowing parents to track where their kids go, tracking their real-time location and keeping an eye on web activity like their browsing history and what they watch on YouTube. With new technology comes new conversations about the line between safety and privacy. That's the conversation we're having today. Do you think tracking apps are safety measures or an invasion of privacy? You can let us know by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app all morning long. We'll have those results for you after the break. Right now, 100% of you are saying invasion of privacy. It's only 5:12 this morning. I mean, we grew up where that really wasn't an option for our parents to be able to track every single moment. I do allow my roommates to track me just because I think it's kind of a safety measure. I like to be able to have someone knowing where I am.
Oh, absolutely. I know my cousins and I do the same thing. We know where your Find Your Friends app.
Yeah.
But we've talked to some parents here in the studio in our very unofficial poll. And our director, Michael, says, I still track my kids and they're in college. So we'd love to hear from parents this morning. And, you know, we're only cat parents or pet parents. So we'd love to hear your thoughts this morning.
And anybody over the age of 18, in between like 18 and 22, if you're watching, and let us know on our Up with KREM Facebook page if you allow your parents to track you. I'm interested.
Do you have an option even? Or are your parents saying, no, we're going to give you this phone and we're going to know exactly what you're doing at all times?
So something a lot of people are talking about this morning.
All right, it is 5:13 now. Well, have you heard of Dry January? It's where people abstain from alcohol for the entire month. But a new trend is emerging, offering a different challenge. After the break, we connect the dots.
And shining a light on claims that could affect your four-legged friends. In the next half hour, we separate fact from fiction.